and some improvement there.
And you put all those things together, and that makes this a very tough team. And what really jumps out at me is the rebounds, Clark. I mean, this is a team that controls the paint. If you're going to miss a shot, the ball seems to be theirs almost every time. That allows their transition game to get going. And then at the offensive end, they'll pound you on the offensive glass as well.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, David West is one of the most consistent guys in the entire NBA. Not only with his production, but with his demeanor on a team. As Coach Frank Vogel said, West has poise and composure. He's our rock. There's no other way to put it. He's a leader for them, Kevin, on and off the court.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Quincy Hayes has come in for Bargnani. And Thomas subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. In Indiana with the change here, too. Watson's checked in.
Shooting for New York.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s game pretty different from his father's. Tim Sr., of course, famed for his UTEP two-step, otherwise known as the killer crossover, and Junior's is a different game.
He is a different game, but he's going to have an effective and long career. Senior was also only a 6-foot point guard. Junior is a 6'6" shooting guard. While he does have some handle, Junior I'm speaking of, he's more of a long-range bombardier thus far, and also I think has the potential to be pretty good defensively going forward.
Outside for George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 5 points so far.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on it.
38.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Can't get it to go. Good D by Hardaway. To the wing right side. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. Calderon got his 5th assist in this one.
38.
Watson kicks to Scola.
So a moment now, let's check out the story on Tim Hardaway Jr. This past month or so, he's really given the fans a lot to watch. He's getting around 24 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, when everything comes together for him, this is what he's capable of. Unfortunately, it doesn't come together as often as we'd like.
Yeah, but when it does, it's really something to see, Steve. He's playing like one of the best players in the league at the moment.
Calderon has the open look. And it's off from three-point range.
You have to wonder, as we've seen Paul George go from good to great and then from great to fantastic the last couple of seasons, what's his ceiling? I mean, with his size and skill set, there's very little that he can't do on the floor.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Lavoy Allen comes in for Luis Scola. Offensive rebound to the right side. Shved, the pass to Asa. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Kicks it to Shved. Paul George with the steal. He feeds it to Stuckey. And he banks in the layup. Stuckey's got 4 this quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. New York leading by 5. They've got Amundsen. Also Jason Smith out there. Quincy Acy out there with Calderon. And it's Galloway in the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Miles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Miles has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pacers.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Pacers trailed by 5. Hill drives in. Here's Hibbert. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching them go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
It's stolen by Hill. Miles dishes to Hibbert. Soft touch off the glass. Hibbert's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show. And the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
Hill kicks to Hill. He dishes it to West. The feed to Hibbert. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
The Pacers making a switch here. George is checked in. Here's Anthony. They get the rebound. A clear look for Hardaway. Sinks the 15-footer.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
And that one's good.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Hill with it. Now Smith defending. And Miles kicks to Hill. And the Knicks making a change here. Larkin's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And he gets the bucket.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Shot's good by Anthony.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Timeout called the Pacers. They have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot face, stop reaching in, and job giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And it's good.
That's a big basket there. Expect him to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
West kicks to George. Pass to Miles. Feeds it to Hibbert. It's tipped. Indiana moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. And it's Hill. That's on the assist by George. Hill's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
Now, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And the dunk by West.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim. Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Miles kicks to Hibbert. Miles the pass to Hill. To the inside. Now the pass to Carmelo. All sorts of time. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. George with the ball. Now Anthony defending. The try by Hill.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to him.
Here's Larkin. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the 4th. He kicks to Hardaway. Target.
He's far too tentative in the paint. Even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time. Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you've got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And it's Anthony with the jam. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. Just 4 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. 3 from the inbound. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.